Shalom to you, like giving all praise and honor, glory to Yahweh, Shem Al Shai, Bishop McCulkadushin, giving double honors to the elder apostles and elder bishops, the great millstone, who well, peace and salutation to the elect, Shem Al Mafin, Zamapa from the great millstone, Plaintables, capital of Philadelphia, coming with another week lesson. You have it here off of Fox 13, Tampa Bay. Fair use warning, I don't own any of this footage, just for educational purposes only. The title is Nationwide Protests Against Trump Administration. And this shouldn't come to a surprise to many. I believe in the spirit. A lot of people probably didn't understand what they really wanted or asked for. Even though we do understand that these various leaders are selected by the banking elite to do their bidding. They're nothing, of course, but talking heads. Donald Trump definitely has a divine calling, and as we could see, to bring forth the downfall of America due to these various policies he's pushing, on the geopolitical spectrum and also in the domestic scene. Let's play the video.
First here at 10, more than 1,200 protests held all across the nation today. The hands-off demonstrations planned by more than 150 groups protesting the Trump administration's actions on government downsizing, the economy, human rights, and a host of other issues.
Yeah, y'all thought that getting Donald Trump was going to make America better, but it's making America worse and the world worse because a lot of people have lost jobs. You have it here. Health and Human Service layoffs begin, leaving federal workers stunned. Health and Human Services with 10,000 slated to be fired in the coming weeks. These are all big policies, mass layoffs. It says that here that most of these people are social workers, pencil pushers, as they say. Not doctors or scientists making grand discoveries in medical technology. But you have it that the HH or Human and Health Services or Health and Human Services budget 1.8 trillion annually. It accounts for about 20% of all federal dollars spent every year. And you have these cuts that is happening. To hit FDA, CDC, Center of Disease Control, and the NIH, all under umbrella for the HHS. So, a large portion of programs instituted by the HHS tapping different funds on the pestilent break. They still got that bread or that money floating around. But you say you have a lot of Americans voted against DEI programs, legal immigrant programs, gender affirming care programs, and they were pursued by the HHS. So, a lot of things are no longer going to be around.
Happening here in the Tampa Bay area as well. Several protests taking place throughout the day. In Tampa, thousands of people rallied outside City Hall with the same message. Fox 13's Jennifer.
Funding cuts hurt veterans and libraries. Trump and Musk are wrong.
Douglas joining us in the newsroom tonight. And Jennifer, you were at the rally in Tampa. What is their overall message?
Lloyd, like the name says, the message protesters had for the Trump administration is hands off when it comes to everything from Medicare and Social Security to reproductive rights and immigration policies. They believe the administration is not just mismanaging, it's a hostile takeover. April 5th, 2025 is
hands off, but all hands is on deck. Okay, we got a draconian world, and E is coming with it. Isaiah chapter 9. And verse 8, it says here, and the Lord sent a word unto Jacob, and it lightened upon Israel. Okay, so, hey, this word was sent unto the Israelites, and we have the testimony of prophecy. The elect have the testimony of prophecy. Okay, y'all thought it was sweet, and we told you things were going to become bitter. All right, things are becoming very, very bitter in these times. Revelation chapter 13 and verse 11, and let's talk about that beast. Okay, that beast being America here. It says, and I beheld another beast coming up out of the earth, and he had two horns like a lamb, and he spake as a dragon. Okay, and hey, things very much with these major political parties. Okay, that's what the two horns represent, the Democrats and Republicans. Of course, on both sides, they seeming very helpful, innocent, seeming harmless, and that it's going to bring forth a change. But really, as you can see, things are shifting to being draconian. Or many of your different various programs that help allow you to have access to different health care, access to different assistance. Hey, that's all being cut off. Even jobs cut off, and you wanted it. Okay, speaking as a dragon, coming with them harsh and draconian laws. Okay, and they pushing this via policy. Okay, executive orders, framing mischief by deceit. Okay, y'all didn't know that was what is part of putting this person to be a leader. Okay, Isaiah chapter 19. It tells you this is Isaiah chapter 19 and verse 4. It says, and the Egyptians, you Americans, will I give over into the hand of a cruel lord, and a fierce king shall rule over them, said the Lord of hosts, Yahweh of Tazabawath, the Lord of armies. Okay, and via Donald Trump. Okay, Esau Edom via Donald Trump, king of Babylon, is very, very cruel, or Quashah, being hard, difficult, stubborn, and intense, even rigorous of battle. Hey, he's battling, against many of the policies. Okay, he's setting America first, and hey, he waged war with the various trade tariffs. Okay, on different imports Yeah, this is all gonna make things worse. Okay, he don't care about your national parks, your educational bureaus, your different alphabet rights. Okay, your veterans that went to war. Okay, everything's going out the window.
What the Hands Off organization calls National Day of Action, organizing the largest series of protests since President Trump began his second term across more than 1,100 cities, mobilizing outside government buildings and monuments.
Words popping up all over the country in every major city and small cities.
They say no kings in the U.S. Hey, but you see Esau Edom, surely enough, showing itself to be a beast, okay? With this beast system, okay? Being harsh and severe and cruel. Savage.
In Tampa, this is what democracy looks like. Several thousand protesters filled both sides of East Kennedy Boulevard.
Makes me feel really proud of the city of Tampa.
People of all ages and backgrounds, from kids to seniors.
Meet several people here today that are in our age bracket, like over, I will say, senior citizens over the age of 60, who are completely freaked out about the potential of losing Medicare benefits, Social Security benefits.
Yeah, without these benefits, most of these individuals can't live, okay, as what they would want to, okay? Yeah, most of their lifestyles are reliant on these programs. Work insurance, Social Security, all right? The different various free government assistance from the Medicare.
Flags and signs with messages like "Hands off the Constitution" and "Wake up America." Others expressing outrage over Elon Musk's involvement in the federal government through the Department of Government Efficiency.
Yeah, and that's just a technocracy, all right? Because the system with the technology, this beast system, hey, it doesn't seem that it needs many of you people, and your people are just not numbers, to these elite, and many of the people that exist, they want to cut, okay?
We'll protest and we will march for as long as it takes. We will keep fighting, not just with our voices, but with our hearts.
Jessica Jacobs shared her thoughts through her outfit.
So I feel like I'm being an asset just by representing what I feel like most of us are feeling right this moment.
Most of y'all people are feeling crazy, okay? Because you as crazy as your government leader, okay? This is gonna be the book of Ecclesiastes 10:1. It says, "A wise judge will instruct his people, and the government of a prudent man is well ordered. As the judge of the people is himself, so are his officers. In what manner of man the ruler of the city is, such are all they that dwell therein." And the people are crazy, okay? The people are selfish, they're proud, and hey, because of that, the cities are being troubled. It says, "An unwise king destroyeth his people, but through the prudence of them which are in authority the city shall be inhabited." Okay? So, this place is through. And America's not bouncing back. I don't care how much you guys want to protest, which is biblical prophecy that you will protest in the last days. It's not going to change for the better. 2nd Esdras chapter 9. And it tells you here, "And he answered me then, and said, Measure the time diligently in itself, and when thou seest part of the signs pass, which I have told thee before. Then thou shalt well understand that it is the very same time wherein the highest will begin to visit the world which he made, the Lord bringing judgment. Therefore, when there shall be seen earthquakes in upwards of the people in the world, then shalt thou well understand that the Most High spake of those things from the days that were before thee, even from the beginning. All right, and the Lord gave the warning. Many of y'all people didn't take heed, and now y'all are seeing the confusion that comes with Babylon the Great. All right, it says here that this is 2nd Ezra chapter 9 and 9. It says, then they shall be in a pitiful case which now have abused my ways, and they that have cast them away despitefully shall dwell in torments, for such as in their life have received benefits and have not known me. And they that have loathed my law while they yet had liberty, and when as yet had place of repentance was open unto them, understood not but despised it, the same must know by death, by pain. All right, and there's going to be a lot of pain, for you you Israelites out there that put trust in this system. All right, trust in this man. All right, y'all just sitting there protesting and don't understand what's really going on. So that's it through the spirit. Shalom to the elect.